Yodi coming around this one though right here. We got Machines, Queenface, and CB. Got the official, music video. We got with CB coming into it with the Queenface Machines. Got the machines and everything else, especially with, Queenface and CB and the whole, machines. Like you got the machines and everything else, in tune with it. But especially with CB and the whole Queenface and the machines, especially with this whole intoleration, like they got a a, a dorsal enticement. You know how they come through CB and everything else, but got the machines, especially with everything else, and interpol bit with it, but especially with the machines.
Gang, 4 man, 3 shanks, 1 whack. Fuck all the chattings, we make it happen. Go do it, man, listen back to the track.
What's with the lying, what's with the capping? Most man don't ride with the intent to kill. So what's the point of drilling if you ain't trying to do...
R14 R14
I mean, let's be honest. Some of the lyrics, some of the words in drill music are pretty horrific, aren't they? You know, I put Rambo blades in chests. Take that risk by CB. It's not good, is it?
Who's talking what? Anywhere goes, they know I into this talking stuff. We
CB. It's not good, is it?
Who's talking what? Anywhere goes, they know I into this talking stuff. We call these bluff. Fuck with the G's, I'll squeeze, won't stop till this corner's done. They lie on tracks. Talk but I drop my Chris, these lies gonna get you bun. I'll call his mum. They ain't really on what I'm on, so stop with this talking. Really a savage, the life that I spit, I live. Trust me, I ain't just rapping. Really do questions. Yeah, we had Nurm on ropes. That was me and gang on madness. Really on badness. When before I grip that bow.
Oh, really on badness, really on sad. Oh, really on that badness, and the other part, like, hey, I got that one wrong, but hey, he said really on badness and everything else, we really be out here trashing, like, ooh, it gets more of a reverse, especially with everything else coming into it. Like he said, take that risk. Hey, it's the risk, and especially when, the whole in tune with it, hey, it gets really verbal on both, connections, like, especially his wrist and his, then you got CB, so you got the wrist and you got the CB, so, everything else, coming from a wrist.
It's really on badness, when before I grip that bow. Trust I was doing up stabbings, my knife what immense. Nigga, if you slip, get drenched. Go ask the ops what happened, got beef with cowards on road, them man run and hide. Joe, them man hide in showers, they ate on piss. Yeah, I already said that shit, don't compare me to none of these rappers. Really on votes, I ain't gonna talk, they know. Really trying to take their souls, really trying to get man down. Really trying to turn them loud, Pat's got enough to go round. Compare me to none. Run and hide, Joe, them man hide in showers, they ate on piss. Yeah, I already said that shit, don't compare me to none of these rappers. Really on votes, I ain't gonna talk, they know. Really trying to take their souls, really trying to get man down.
Ooh, I ain't gotta talk, they know. Really trying to take they soul. Really trying to take they souls. I ain't really gotta talk, they know what's going on. Hey, they know what's going on, and as we take they soul, we the wrong for it, especially with everything else, especially how everything else is mentioned. Like, hey, the whole merch did too. Like, it's a lot of merch that going on too, and everything else, it gets real, speechless.
Really trying to turn them loud, Pat's got enough to go round. If you fuck with a set, get drenched. If you fuck with a gang, get packed. My aim is still intact, I've done billions of been whacked. Yeah, with the kings of shellings, yeah, with the kings of the 7th. When I get round there, I ain't trying to hear no attempted. Broad day, I was hopping out them cabbies. The 3-8 spins what makes me happy. Get round there, jump out of the ride and bang that mash with them man about machines.
This baby 9 kinda makes me happy. If I jump out the ride, get slappy. I gotta hit one before they all dashy. I'm on doing it scat.
Man about machines.
This baby 9 kinda makes me happy. If I jump out the ride, get slappy. I gotta hit one before they all dashy. I'm on doing it scatty.
We beat these neeks that leave their friends. The driver ducks so we touch the passy. And a couple man would have been through. Shit then, why I go smoke this am?
Man, it's always us, man, it couldn't be them.
Leave their friends, the driver ducks when we touch the passy. And a couple man would have been through. Shit, then why go smoke this am?
Man, it's always us, man, it couldn't be them. Go right for your friend. Ever since I knew about them feature fees, I've been around too much skanks. Wax get slapped, youths get packed. Can't lie, man, my life is.
Who you get packed, waps get slapped, you know, ooh, and if we couldn't get to him, then we get to his passy, like, ooh, it gets wicked on both, both centros, everything else, and it's not them, it's the main ones doing it, like they say, especially the ones, everything else coming like a cupid around that, you gotta just be speaking for itself, especially everything else is and procurement with it.
Wax get slapped, youths get packed. Can't lie, man, my life is a mess. I ain't really got no friends, there's SK Swifford and the West. What, but I love it. Still trying to do it in public. Sure you wanna do it in public, bareback taking a risk, but fuck it. Just got me a drop on the up, got round there in 4 minutes. Me and my ones at Bagel, had them boy, they're missing. Swing my arms with action, shooting my shot, one eye like I'm plankton. One more pack, that's a hat trick. Me and my shank got a fatal attraction. On the up block doing backflips, me and she squeeze got matching mashes. Man's been down for the action, them boy they're just down for the chatting. Hands on the white man slapping it, tapping it, out of his clothes man's dragging it. I don't came when the nose man hammer it, boy better know this thing ain't jammering. I just jumped out the whip with my ZK, can't even lie, had the up boys panicking. Them man rap when them man packed, can't lie, it's rattling.
Broad day, I was hopping out them cabbies. The 3-8 spins what makes me happy. Get round there, jump out of the ride and bang that mash with them man about machines.
This baby 9 kinda makes me happy. If I jump out the ride, get slappy, I gotta hit one before they all dashy. I'm on doing it scatty.
We beef these neeks that leave their friends, the driver ducks when we touch the passy. And a couple man would have been through. Shit, then why go smoke this ammy? Shit, then why go smoke this ammy?
Ooh, hey, the whole thing, hey, wow, he go smoke this Emmy, ooh, especially how everything else is like going from another way, like it's like another reverse, hey, when he jump out the ride, it gets real slappy and everything else, like, hey, it gets real everlasting, like, something else, something else a part of that, especially with the thing why he go smoke this athletes, the athletes and everything else, like, oof, like, it gets real, both everything, both kicks, how it goes, especially how this whole thing goes, like, it can go from, some song to, kills most.
Shit, then why go smoke this ammy?
R14.
I'm about to get real disrespectful in this motherfucker.
With this one though, right here coming into it, CB, Kwengface, the machines, and then you got everything else. You got the most. Everything else, you got the whole. This is the mixtape and everything else, but you got the whole thing. His whole patterns and everything else. Especially with CB coming into it. Mysterious. Especially with the machines and Kwengface. They was both. Just both. Tristan made on tune with it, like they was both persistent and they had a both thing coming through it, like, but with everything else coming into this one, especially with CB and everything else, because the main drillers, when it comes to CB and Kwengface, they're the main, to make and posture history, but with everything else and in tune with this